Dream about GrimmeyTV. That's right. Grimmey Picks here, Moneyline Mack, with a special presentation for you, the WNBA Challenge. Last year, we were bold enough to bet on the WNBA every day with a $100 bankroll. This year, we're pumping it up, $500. We was able to double that last year, and we're gonna give some big trouble this year. Now, as you know or don't know, the champion was the Phoenix Mercury in the WNBA last year. With Diane Taurasi. I told y'all about that girl, Dewana Bonner. Like her, she runs like a gazelle. They lost Kathy Poindexter, traded her to New York Liberty. But they also picked up Tamika Johnson, a veteran point guard that's gonna complement Penny Taylor and Taurasi, and then they got Dupree from the Sparks. So that's a real solid roster for a championship team, and they ready to defend. I know that their schedule is not real heavy in the first month. They only got 4 games. They're gonna start off at home with the LA Sparks. Yeah, that's gonna be a big opener. Okay, then you got them playing at home against the Seattle Storm, another solid organization in this league. And a new team, well, it's an old team. Don't be shocked, but Detroit don't have women's basketball no more. And they have a new general manager, and he is Nolan Richardson. That team, Tulsa, will be graced with the presence of the champion Mercury, and that'll be their only road game in the first month. They'll come and do last home game will be at Atlanta against Atlanta Dream, another team that I want to really talk about there. So that's pretty much what you got with the Mercury. They're the champs. They made a big trade with Kathy Poindexter. She's a big part of that team. I'm surprised they let her traded her away, but they got the LifeLock logo, and they smashed China the other day in the scrimmage game. Preseason games going on, nobody really talking about, but that team is ready to defend. Now, let's go right to my team and talk about the Sparks. The Sparks are coming in with a new coach. She actually played for the Sparks in her career. She was the coach of the Washington Mystics last year, the team that I told y'all was gonna make some noise, and they did make it to the playoffs too. So they got that coach from Washington up in LA. She's got Candace Parker, of course. Still retained Tina Thompson, a 4-time champion. You got Delisha Milton, also in the front. They got to decide who's gonna play center. I would put Tina Thompson as center, that veteran big girl. She's tough, she's scrappy, she's won championships. Let the coach decide, but Candace Parker could play all 5 positions on the floor. Now, you got that little squad, a mix of veterans and those champion Olympics. Yeah, you're gonna notice that Lisa Leslie's not there. She retired. Had a great career there. Probably one of the reasons that I seen her entire career from the inaugural season to follow the Sparks. Big reason why I'm a Sparks fan. But this lineup, I'm telling you, that front court looks like Delisha is like a Lamar Odom, and Tina Thompson, she's more like a Gasol, a finesse player, tough on the inside. Candace can do almost anything. So that's one of the teams that has a great male practice squad. So they expect to do big things. I expect them to win a championship. That's the Sparks. We'll come back and wrap up the West after this quick message.
Man, the other day I was coming back from sports betting. I was so hungry, man. I went to this one bogus restaurant, man. You got any recommendations for a restaurant there, Moneyline?
Man, you gotta eat that Foothills Express on I-95 in Rainbow and then Washington Avenue.
Wow. What they got up in there?
Express yourself. Expressing for you. Homemade soup, homemade specials, daily, made by myself. I recommend.
I gotta check that out. Where is it at again?
That's it. Washington. Rainbow. Yeah, 15. Been there for 20.
Oh, I know.
25 years.
Back past West Cliff, right?
Heading north.
Foothills Express.
Just to get back to wrapping up the West of the WNBA for the special presentation by Grimmey Picks of the WNBA Challenge. We gotta remind you, the schedule real quick for the Sparks is starting off, of course, with Phoenix. We got Seattle and San Antonio. That's all on the road. Come home and finish off against the Washington Mystics. Gonna be interested to see the coach go against a former team in the Atlanta Dream. We can't wait till I get to the Dream. I had a lot of trouble with them. But move on to the Minnesota Lynx. Minnesota Lynx has been really disappointing team. They always been really good in the regular season. They got some great players. They big off season. Cheryl Weave is their head coach out of LaSalle. Simone Augustus, couple of tough injuries, kept her out of the season. Happened again last year. They got her back. They picked up Candace Wiggins. She was the girl that played against Candace Parker in the championship a couple years ago, championship game out of Stanford. Real smart, real good player in her second year. Also, Lindsay Whalen coming back. You know, this is an 11-year veteran. She played in Minnesota her college career, took the team to the Final Four, and you know, they really excited about having her back home. And with Rebecca Brunson. They'll be a home winner and on the road. They got Tulsa as the opener. You got Washington, Seattle, Tulsa again, Connecticut, and Chicago. This is gonna be a busy team. We'll be watching them real quick. The Storm got the Bruce Agler as their head coach. They picked up some players from Savannah, Ambrose Neva, and Lauren Jackson served to the long term. Sue Bird is there, swinging cash. It's looking like an all-star team. They got the Ashley Walker girl, Janet Visera. That's gonna be a contender. They opening up with LA, and Minnesota, Phoenix, Washington, Chicago, and San Antonio. It's gonna be another busy team for the first month of the season. All right, you also have the Shock is in the East. The Shock is in the West, I'm sorry. Kyra Braxton, Christy Thomas, Ivory Latta, y'all probably remember her from North Carolina winning the championship a few years ago. Lynette Pearson, great player. They picked up Marion Jones, a former sprinter, the felon. She gonna play basketball again. You know, if y'all remember her playing, kicking a lot of butt in North Carolina and winning the championship. You know, so they open up against Minnesota, San Antonio, back in Minnesota, Phoenix, and Indiana. This is the team at the opening, which brings us to the final team in the West, the Silver Stars. I like this team. I have been liking this team. They got the Atlanta Dream first, Tulsa, LA, New York, and Seattle. Hey, they got 4 home games to start the season off. Becky Hammond out there, Sophia Young is back, Ruth Riley, the old veteran center. I remember her play back for Miami Soul. Michelle Snow is a big pickup, and they got a host of new players and a coach transition. So that's the West, the wickedy West, coming to you from the best. Grimmey Picks from GrimmeyTV.com. 72258 6938. We better than you.